On today's show, transforming your yard into an oasis. Come on in, the water's fine. How to optimize your backyard with an inviting pool. Speaking of beautifying the outdoors, we're getting busy creating the ultimate garden. But first, we have to clear the debris, make room for the plants, and then make sure we're able to water that foliage. Plus, what you need to know about a home equity line of credit and how to declutter your bathroom.
Hi, I'm John Holden. Okay, so you've got this huge backyard under the hot summer sun, and your dream is to someday turn this into an outdoor oasis. But the question is, where do you start? On this episode of Designing Spaces, we're going to show you how easy it can be to add a dazzling pool to nearly any backyard and turn your dream into reality. Let's take a look. When that summer sun sizzles, nothing could be better than a cool dip in your own backyard pool. But while many of us can't afford the luxury of a traditional in-ground pool, that doesn't mean a backyard pool oasis can't be within your reach. I'm talking about the Optimum pool.
Certainly you can find affordable in-ground pools, but the Optimum pool really makes it really attainable for just about everybody. That's the nice thing about the Optimum pool, because the pool can go into just about any sort of terrain. So if you have a sloping yard or flat yard or just sloping in one area, this pool can be put in and made to look in-ground or partially in-ground, and it gives you great options that you don't have with other types of pools right now.
For instance, homeowners Paul and Melinda Austin certainly have a big backyard to go with their ranch-style home in Azle, Texas. But they've always wanted a pool, and their 1-acre lot is the perfect place to install one. Paul, Melinda, huge backyard. How much time do you actually spend back here?
Not a lot. We enjoy our covered porch, but basically it's just a big, wide open space with beautiful views.
So what's your dream here?
You know, we have amazing jobs. We love what we do, but we do a lot of traveling. So we want to come home to our oasis, and we have always dreamed of having a pool.
Paul and Melinda's dream wish for a cool summer splash was underway in a flash as bulldozers leveled the land to create a solid foundation for the arrival of a new state-of-the-art residential pool option called Optimum.
Right now we have the Optimum pool in round sizes, several different round sizes from 16 foot to 30 foot, which is huge. We have oval pools from 16 by 24 to 18 by 34, which is great pools for swimming laps in. And we soon will have freeform pools, so you'll have special shapes available like a kidney or a mountain lake type of look. So lots of options for your backyard. And the variability, you can go all the way in ground, partially in ground, or all the way above ground. The reason we suggested this pool for Paul and Melinda is that they have a great backyard with about a 2 foot to 3 foot slope. So we're able to match their deck in the front part here. We're bringing a deck right off to the lip of the pool. So from the house, it'll look like they have an in-ground pool.
Once the ground preparation is completed, it's now time to begin installation. An installation team from TK Country Pools is here to oversee each step, from creating the foundation to snapping each high-tech wall panel into place.
This panel is very special. It has a 2-inch foam core that gives you an R10 value for insulation, sandwiched between 2 aluminum panels of the highest quality aluminum in the above-ground pool industry. But the key to installation is this channel design. You get 2 panels, you butt them up against each other, and you slide a rod down, and you're done. So on a 27-foot round, we have 12 panels. It will take these installers maybe an hour and a half to put this pool together. And you can do it by yourself as well.
This Optimum pool is quickly taking shape, and Paul and Melinda couldn't be more excited about the summer splash that awaits.
I'm thrilled. It looks amazing. I'm surprised at how fast it's going up and going together. So it's very exciting.
After the sand has been leveled to create a smooth bottom to the pool and the top rail snapped into place, it's time to add the finishing touch of real beauty to this pool, the vinyl liner.
The liner is very important because it holds the water. So we make sure that we provide a very high quality liner with a great pattern, great design, so it looks good in the pool and it'll give you many, many years of service.
Once the liner is in place, we're ready to add water. A filtration system, the proper pool chemicals, and steps. An automatic cleaner is a nice touch too. This refreshing backyard pool is all ready for some summer fun.
It's incredible. I mean, I can't believe that this is ours and this is our backyard. We will have amazing times here.
We can't wait to have everybody over.
Marco Polo.
Marco Polo.
For Paul and Melinda, this Optimum pool has transformed their yard into an everyday vacation. A splashy start to creating a true backyard oasis. To learn more about Optimum pools, visit OptimumSwimPools.com, swimmingpool.com, and swimaboveground.com.
We would all love to have the perfect yard and garden, but it takes a lot to make it happen. Sure, you could pay someone else to do it, but what fun is that?
We've always wanted to plant our own vegetable garden, but we never seem to get around to doing it.
We give up before we get started because we just don't have the right tools.
Mindy and Jay searched a number of manufacturers of outdoor power equipment, but found only one manufacturer that fit both their needs and budget, was easy to assemble and use, and built for professionals but not priced that way.
YardMax offers a range of outdoor power equipment for every homeowner and for every season. It's not only affordable, but very high quality and easy to use.
So we're on 2.5 acres, and taking care of a property this size and having a garden was going to be a huge task. And then on top of it, paying for heavy equipment to manage the garden was just going to be something that we weren't not going to be able to do.
So we read through the YardMax helpful online reviews and how-to videos, and I said to myself, I can do this.
Mindy and Jay selected 3 pieces from the YardMax family of products to start their garden and do a little yard cleanup. To break up compacted ground in the garden, they chose a dual rotation rear tine tiller. Also, a power wheelbarrow for easily transporting and dumping soil, mulch, and probably a lot more. And they also picked a 2-in-1 chipper shredder for mulching up brush and repurposing it for ground cover throughout their flower beds.
When it comes to doing my vegetable garden, I've done my homework and I know what I really need to do. Unfortunately, our soil is ultra compact and I need a real superhero to help me out. That's where YardMax comes in.
YardMax's easy-to-use, self-propelled dual rotation rear tine tiller delivers unmatched groundbreaking control when prepping any type of soil. With a forward rotation for cultivation and a counter rotation for deep soil tilling, the high-powered engine delivers optimal torque and rotational speed.
With convenient single-hand operation and adjustable handle height, it is not only powerful, but safe and easy to use.
And then there's the power wheelbarrow. Who couldn't use some help hauling heavy loads around the yard? For Mindy and Jay, it made moving around soil and plants a cinch when planting the new garden. This is truly one of those machines you don't know how you lived without before.
The power wheelbarrow not only allows you to save time, but it helps you save your back.
It made moving the dirt around so much easier.
And rather than using the typical wheelbarrow and really stressing your back out, the YardMax simplifies the task and makes it easy to do hours of work.
And with the one-handed release, you can easily dump it wherever you need.
Typically, when buying outdoor power equipment, you pay extra for the bells and whistles. With YardMax, we include it at no additional cost. Seeing Jay and Mindy take control and get right to work just proved how easy it is to use the YardMax equipment.
Mindy said she's going to turn this into compost for our garden. I'd love to see that.
Go for it, Mindy. Now that's convenient. Cleaning up the brush and creating a peeling ground cover or compost with one machine. That's a sense of accomplishment. Mindy wants to turn the branches into a mulch pile. She also has an included collecting bag that easily attaches so chips can be conveniently moved.
Jay and Mindy look like pros out there. They knew what they wanted, they found the right equipment, and they got the job done with ease. They were really intimidated to start, but you wouldn't know it by the way the finished product came out.
I can't believe how easy it is to use. I couldn't imagine that a piece of commercial-grade equipment like this could be so easy to function, but it really is.
Cleanup is easy, and we can even make compost for our garden.
When manual labor or using worn-out tools gets old, and paying for high-end equipment seems irresponsible, you need a solution in the middle. That's where you'll find YardMax.
We finally found the right equipment to help maintain our yard.
We've gotten our garden off to a great start. Now, we just have to figure out how to get some water to it.
Jay and Mindy can be comfortable for years to come because YardMax stands behind our products. With robust warranties and second-to-none customer service, we are there to help you when you need it.
To learn more about the complete line and where you can buy YardMax power equipment, visit yardmax.com. Or to watch this segment of the show again, visit our website, designingspaces.tv. With new tools to help maintain the property, Mindy and Jason are ready for their next project, water for the garden spaces.
On the walkway leading up to our house, we have no plants and no water.
But we want to do our own irrigation system, something that's really easy and easy to maintain.
Smart thinking, guys. Today's lawn and garden irrigation is not like your parents' old sprinkler system, and you can do it yourself if you want to.
There's a lot of benefits to an irrigation system. One, it can prevent erosion. Plants are great for the environment. They absorb carbon dioxide. It can actually help the curb appeal of your house and raise it up to 20%. And irrigation system will actually save you money.
Before the installation, additional lines were run to the garden spaces.
Overall, I think they're going to be happy with the installation because now they'll have two separate zones that handle the drip for the front and the drip for the garden in the back.
Enter Ray Papiat from the Rainbird Corporation, a leader in commercial, agricultural, and residential irrigation.
Hey, Mindy. Hey, Jason.
Hey, how are you?
How you doing? Good to see you.
Good to see you
Thanks so much for coming by, Ray.
Yeah, it looks like you guys got a lot of work going on out here.
Yes,
We're trying. We're
Looking
trying.
good. Looking good.
You know, we're really lucky to have Ray here to give us such good advice on how to go about doing this project.
Yeah, it's a big project, but having Ray here to help streamline the process will make it that much easier.
Learning the basics is always a good idea. Armed with the right info, you can select a water distribution method that best suits your purposes, including water consumption efficiency.
So putting in the dripper is really easy. We're just going to take our 1/4-inch tubing, trim it to length. Then we're going to take this little insert tool and actually put the dripper in there. It's going to help us insert it into the blank tubing. And then we're going to put the tubing onto the dripper and run it to the plant. And it's really easy. We just stake it right here. And what it's going to do is apply water only to the base of the plant. No evaporation, no overspray, and no weeds in your garden. So this plant has a little bit more need for more water, so we're going to put in a shrubler on this one. But the same system. So we just run it into the blank tubing, just like we did the other dripper. And we're going to put this little shrubler right next to the plant. And it is adjustable here, so you can adjust the flow of the water to the plant.
That is awesome.
That's simple. Jay and Mindy have one of our current Rainbird timers today, and it works very well. But we were going to upgrade them to a new internet-based Wi-Fi timer that will actually go and grab their local weather data and actually make automatic adjustments for them. Well, the garden looks like it's ready to go too. This is our new emitter tubing. So every 12 inches, you're going to see a little bitty hole that has a pressure compensated emitter. Now this is so much better than a soaker hose because what it's going to do is give you even flow down each line. So every plant is going to get even treatment of water.
Okay, great. So we don't have to worry about where we plant stuff.
That's right. So
do we have to worry about timing or anything like that, or it's just?
No, we'll hook it into the main irrigation timer and it'll come on automatically early in the morning when you're supposed to water.
Finally, the garden is started. A single tomato plant will be joined by dozens of other vegetables. Happy growing, Mindy.
It's really great. Now we have our system set up for both our vegetable garden and our flower bed.
Yeah, what I thought was going to be really difficult turned out to be so simple. And now we can add the plants, the flowers, the crops, the vegetables at our own leisure.
To find Rainbird products, visit the website, rainbird.com, where you can find a retail store in your local area. If DIY isn't for you, there's a Find a Contractor section where you can get a free referral list of top-rated irrigation contractors from the Rainbird Select Contractor Network. Mortgage tips you should know, brought to you by Affinity Partnerships. Your home has gone up in value, and you've been paying off your mortgage. As these events occurred, you've created equity in your home, which can be used. One of the ways to use the equity is with a home equity line of credit, or HELOC.
A HELOC is an acronym for Home Equity Lines of Credit. It's a very useful tool so somebody can actually access the equity in their home and be able to use it for whatever purpose they want.
How does it work?
A HELOC is a pretty basic financial tool. So what it allows you to do is take the equity out of your home. So the first process is to contact a licensed mortgage professional who handles HELOCs, and they are able to look at what your house is appraised for and then allow you to be able to extract a portion of that equity as funds that you are able to utilize for whatever purpose you want to. So it's a very quick, it's a less expensive process than, let's say, a cash out refinance. And what's really neat about a home equity line of credit or HELOC is that you don't have to use the funds all at the same time.
What does it take to qualify?
Qualification for a HELOC is generally a determination that's made based on sufficient equity so that the lending institution has enough security or collateral to be able to give you that type of loan.
HELOC versus cash out refinance.
The difference between a cash out refinance and a home equity line of credit are pretty distinct and clear. On a cash out refinance, you receive the money as a lump sum. So let's say, for example, I took $100,000 as a cash out on my equity in my home. I would begin paying that interest on that full $100,000 from the beginning. However, if I took out a home equity line of credit instead of a cash out, I would only be paying interest on the amount of money that I used on that line.
Professional organizer. What's the most chaotic room in the house? Most people would say it's the kitchen, but I'd say it's the bathroom where the real gridlock happens. Let me show you. We're in the bathroom, and what's the problem? A lack of storage space. What's the solution? Using up space that was previously ignored before. So I've gone with my Trinity slat shelving because it looks great, it doesn't take up that much real estate, but it really does the job. Down low, I have a really deep canvas organizer from Trinity, so all my extra toilet paper is right here, ready to go when they need it. Another thing I like to do is to categorize the items. I've taken these canvas baskets from Trinity and I've put a specific category of items into every single one. So as you can see, this is my brush basket and this is my washcloth basket. And another way of categorizing is by members of your family. So this could be for mom, this could be for dad, this could be for Sally. Everybody has their own holders and everybody knows where to put their stuff away when they're done. I am always amazed by the huge pile of products that I find under the sink at my clients' homes. I've solved the problem using Trinity's under sink organizer. First of all, it goes all the way up to the top with 2 levels, so none of the space is wasted. Also, it's specifically made to go around the plumbing under this sink, so it's not gonna bump or slam into anything when I pull it out. So my tip is to categorize items, throw out anything that you don't need or you're not gonna use, and then keep things in sections so that when you need something, you know exactly where to get it. It's also gonna save me some time and money because I'm gonna reduce all the extra shopping when I'm losing items in the back. The bathroom may be the smallest place in the home, but it's no longer the messiest thanks to Trinity. Happy organizing! For more creative storage ideas, visit trinityiI.com.
You want to do home maintenance projects yourself, but you don't have the tools. Every home should have a basic toolbox. But what tools do you need to get started? Using a hammer may sound like a no-brainer, but once you've hit a finger or two, you'll realize one hammer does not fit all jobs. From driving nails to fitting parts together, there are different kinds of hammers depending on the job. For our home toolbox, 2 styles will get us through most of our DIY projects. A lightweight tack hammer is perfect for small projects like hanging pictures or affixing fabric using tacks such as reupholstering. A carpenter's hammer or claw hammer is heavier, ideal for driving nails. The rear of the hammer has the familiar claw for pulling out nails. Hammers are among the first tools you should acquire for your home toolbox, and one of the most frequently used. Another toolbox tip from your friends at Designing Spaces.
You can visit these websites to learn more about the participants on this edition of Designing Spaces. Making a space you can call home, living the lifestyle you desire. It's what we're all about. We are Designing Spaces.